Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lex and I am the owner of PlantLifeLex.com, which is my online houseplant store. This is a series on my channel where I take you guys behind the scenes of me running my online plant store from home. This week's vlog is actually the week after Black Friday. If you haven't seen that vlog, I'll put it up here so that you can go see it. It was my first Black Friday that I've ever done since being in e-commerce, and I think it went really well. I learned a lot, I had a great time, and thank you guys so much for all of your orders. I never expected so many people to support us, but thank you guys so much for that. So where we left off on the last vlog was that I had just recently picked up all the new inventory for the month of December. In this week's video, we're going to be packing orders. I'm going to be cleaning the big greenhouse for the shop plants. I want to reorganize it and restyle it, and you'll also be seeing me restocking the site, taking pictures of all the new plants. So we can just jump right into it and get started with our week. Alright you guys, so I just finished taking pictures of all the new plants and also updated some photos on some plants that have been on the shop that have grown a little bit. The greenhouse right now, the condition of it is just like awful. Everything is kind of everywhere. You can't really tell, and probably to you it doesn't look like that, but there's a lot of shit going on in here. The bins aren't like organized. I kind of just put the plants back in here, and I'm going to be cleaning out the whole greenhouse this week as well. So what I'm going to do right now is actually just water the plants so that they can drain in the bins, and then whenever I decide to clean everything, I can just clean all the bins, you know? Everything in here is just really messy right now, and it's like driving me kind of insane. So this bin right here literally just slid off of the shelf like onto the floor. So I had to just sweep up the floor. Like, it's not perfect or anything like that. When I do the cleaning, I'm just gonna vacuum, sweep, and like mop the floor and everything, and then wipe down everything. But I just want to get the watering out of the way so that I can just clean the bins as well. I apologize if the lighting is not how it usually is. It is actually nighttime. I've had a really long day with like my regular job. I think I did talk about this before, but I started a new role. Same company, but I moved into a different finance role. So I've been like training and stuff, and you know how that goes. It's just like really long days. So yeah, I just have a lot on my plate this week, but I still have responsibilities, so I'm gonna get this stuff done. So yeah, I'm just gonna water the plants now. It's the next day and I'm actually in the process of cleaning and like reorganizing the greenhouse, so that's why it looks kind of crazy right now. But I figured I would just record me doing it so I could show you guys what I'm doing. Also, I apologize if the lighting goes like in and out. The sun is setting, so it might be like bright right now and then like in a little bit it might get dark, so I'm sorry about that. What I'm trying to do is, so normally I have the bins like this way. I want to try to move them like this way, so that I can put like 2 in here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try. I was having an issue where sometimes the bins would slide off of the shelves just randomly if they got like too heavy or something. So I had some of this like laying around, so I just cut it up and I'm gonna put it like on the shelf, and then I'm just gonna stick the bins on it. So I have this one on here and it's like, seems like it's much better. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to reorganize the plants in here so that they're like kind of like by type or something like that, because right now I just have them thrown in everywhere. They all have labels on them since last night, since I put the labels on them. So I'm just gonna organize them now. Hey guys, so I'm so sorry. It's the next day and I'm so sorry about how these clips are like all over the place. Like it's like in multiple days. There's a lot of stuff that's like been going on. As you guys saw in the last clip, I was cleaning out the greenhouse and I did finish it. I ended up not being able to finish recording that segment because my cats were playing around and then one of them got spooked, because if you know anything about cats, they get spooked really easily, and that caused them all to freak out and they bumped into the camera while I was recording and it came crashing down and it broke the lens on the camera. So I ended up freaking out, of course, and I thought the whole camera was broken. Luckily the whole camera is not broken, it was just the lens. So I had to just stop recording because obviously I couldn't anymore, and I ended up ordering a new lens for it, so I'm using it now. So this clip is like days later because it took forever for me to get the lens. I put all of my big plants at the top because I wasn't really utilizing this top space at all, but I kind of like how it looks. So these are all my plants in my collection. And then down here we have the 2 shelves that have the shop plants. So I did go ahead and use the idea that I was going for, where I turned the bins around. So I really like how this looks, and I'm able to fit 4 bins now on the shelves. So I have all the plants all organized and it looks really good. I probably will use the floor for like propagations or something, but I still do have tons of space in here. And now seeing all the plants like this, it makes me feel like I can get a little bit more inventory because I'm always afraid that I'm running out of space. But yeah, we have all these like empty bins now. So now I know that when I buy inventory, I can buy a little bit more because I actually have more space than I thought. So yeah, this is how it turned out. I hope you guys like it. So this greenhouse is custom built by my boyfriend. I have a whole video on it in case you're interested on it. He built this for me specific for the shop plants and any other like big plants that I have that don't fit like in our living room. This is just a space for me to keep all the plants that are for sale in a nice organized fashion. It's not about it looking aesthetically pleasing. It's just about it being practical and easy for me and him to come in here and pick out the plants when a plant sells or whatever. And keeping all the shop plants together means that I can easily care for them and stuff like that. When it's not so gloomy, I'll definitely show you guys again because it looks way better when there's like daylight. If I can, I'll insert a picture so that you can see exactly what it looks like. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So I hope you guys like it, and I am so sorry about the craziness of this vlog. It's been a rough week for me, but yeah, just bear with me. Thanks. Hey guys, so we are in the greenhouse right now because we have an order to pack. Unfortunately, with the mishap of the lens breaking from my camera, I wasn't able to record me packing all the orders on Sunday night like I normally do. I just got the lens on Monday night, so that was yesterday. It's Tuesday now. So unfortunately, everything that I had to do this weekend that was like plant related, I didn't get to record it. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, we did get an order overnight and I had packed that up this morning. I didn't record it because I didn't think anything of it. But James took it to the post office this morning, and then literally right now I just got another order. So I'm actually going to pack it up and send it out today because the person is in Philadelphia, which if you don't know, I'm in New Jersey. So Philadelphia is only about 15 minutes from me. So even though it's not Monday, if I ship it out today on Tuesday, the person will still get it by the end of the week because the post office sends everything to Philadelphia first before it gets distributed. So I'm going to pack it up now. Another thing is that if the audio sounds different, I did recently buy a microphone and I'm testing it out. This is my first time using it. It was very complicated, I'm not gonna lie. My camera doesn't have an audio jack, so I had to like buy this mic that attaches to my iPhone and buy like an adapter and all this stupid crap. But I'm hoping that it works and hoping that it sounds good, so you'll either hear it or you don't. So this person got the Monstera Stanleyana, and we only had one of these, so this guy right here. And then the next plant that they got was the Hoya Sarawak, the number 2. And it's this big boy right here. And they also ordered a heat pack. So I'm going to add that to the order as well. And then I'm going to get this packed up. All right, so now I'm just going to pack up the order. And then I'm going to drop it off today as well. So just double checking the order. We have the Stanleyana, the Sarawak, and the 72-hour heat pack. So what I'm just doing first is I already have the note pre-made. So I'm going to just put that in the envelope for them right now. And then I picked out 3 little plant stickers for them. Look how cute these are, you guys. That one, it's like a little pothos here. And then I think this is a aria maybe. How pretty. Cute little stickers. The stickers are just like a little free thing I do. You know, I think it's cute. I'm just gonna write their name. And their name is Sherilyn. So C-H-E-R-L-Y-N. That's a pretty name. And then I'm going to just write a little note that says like, thank you. And I don't know if you're watching this, Sherilyn, but this is your order. Sherilyn! Excuse my handwriting. I'm working on it, okay? I really don't write anything in my daily life. This is probably the only time I ever write stuff. So I'm like really annoyed still about the camera thing. Like, of course that would happen to me. And I'm just like, I think it's not annoying that like, whatever. I think I'm annoyed because like I couldn't get the lens until Monday and it happened like on Thursday or Friday or whatever. So like, and that's when like I do most of my content is like over the weekend. I wasn't able to film like the stuff that I wanted to film, I guess. So I was a little like upset about it, but it's okay. There's gonna be other times, you know. It was to the point where like I almost like bought a new camera, and I do need a new camera because this one is a little older. It's like an older Sony model, but man, I didn't know how expensive like cameras were. Maybe next year I'll invest into a camera, but for now I just bought the lens, and the lens was like 100 and something, and I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. But yeah, it's okay. So one thing I do want to just talk about on here while I'm packing this order is just the concept of shipping plants in the winter. And I know a lot of people are like, I'm not going to buy plants online on the winter because I'm scared to get them shipped. And I was like that too when I was like a customer, not like a store. I was really scared because that's what everybody like told me. I feel that with a lot of things plant related, we're so quick to like listen to what everybody's saying or what Google is saying and stuff like that. And half the time you can just do whatever. And I was definitely someone who was afraid to ship plants or even buy plants in the wintertime before, because I kept like hearing that like you shouldn't do that. And then at one point I was just like, well, let me just try it. And like every single time I've shipped a plant in the winter, it's arrived perfectly fine. And even when I've bought a plant, it arrived fine. I think the only time that matters is if you're experiencing like extreme weather. Like I know in Canada, they have like really bad weather. So like maybe not. And I've shipped to really cold states as well. And the plants were fine, as if nothing had even happened to them. As long as you order a heat pack with me and ship your order, if it does arrive like dead from cold damage and you've ordered a heat pack, I will 100% refund your order. Now, if it arrived dead and it was from cold damage and you didn't order a heat pack, then no, we're not going to refund the order. I'm pretty confident that the plants that I ship are going to arrive perfectly fine. And I'm confident because they have been every time. No matter where I've shipped to a cold state, they've never experienced it like being dead from like cold damage. I've actually even never experienced the plant being dead on arrival at all. So at the end of the day, it is up to you if you want to do it or not. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you. But don't let what people or like Google is telling you like stop you from like doing what you want to do when it comes to plants. But yeah, I pack all of my orders a specific way so that I know that they're going to be able to survive in that box for like 3 to 4 days, even longer if there's delays. So yeah, I take a lot of pride in how I pack the plants. And to somebody just looking in, you're probably like, that's like so much packing stuff that you use. The cotton helps insulate the plants so that inside of here, the leaves don't get cold damage. And then I put more like cotton and insulation in the box so that the plant's okay. And then when you order a heat pack, the heat pack activates within like 20-30 minutes and literally will heat up the whole box. So if there's already like insulation in the box, the plant is like going to be okay, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to address that. Now, I can't say that for every shop because I'm not every shop and I'm just me and I know how I pack. Not every shop packs the same way. So just use your judgment on like certain shops. If you've never ordered from a shop before, maybe like on Etsy or something, just be mindful of that because you just don't know. But that's why like I show the packing that I do so often, because it helps people decide like, okay, like she knows what she's doing. She's packing really well. So this is one. For the plants, I only offer priority mail shipping. So without delays, the latest you'll get your plant is 3 days. With delays, it just depends on USPS. Since it is like holiday time right now, delays are like kind of serious, and a lot of my packages from Black Friday got super delayed because obviously that's like a major like holiday weekend. And everybody's plant arrived perfectly fine, even though it was delayed a few days. I even had a situation where I shipped all the plants on Monday. This person was in Boston, so they were supposed to get their package by like Wednesday. They had a bunch of delays with USPS. And when I'm talking about delays with USPS, there's nothing that I can do, unfortunately. Like, there's really not. There's nothing I can do. They're not going to do anything. They can't like speed up the process. Like, they don't tell me anything. And there's probably nothing that you can do besides just wait. Just be patient and just let the plant get delivered before you start to freak out. And the plant actually never got delivered until literally yesterday, which was the next Monday. She opened the box. Everything was in pristine condition. She was very impressed, considering they were in a box for a week. She did order a 72-hour heat pack, but 72 hours is obviously only 3 days. and they were sitting in a box all weekend, and Boston had reached like 20 degrees and the plants were absolutely perfect. So it all depends on the packing at the end of the day, and that's why I spend a lot of time packing the plants the way that I do. So yeah, just understand that. And I feel like the winter thing goes like not just with like shipping plants, but like, oh my gosh, there's so many like little myths that like, don't do this in the winter with your plant. Like, don't do this, don't do that. Like, just do whatever you want. Like, honestly, like, stop listening to people. So yeah, just like do your own research on your plants, but like take everything that you see like a grain of salt, because like just because you see it and you read it doesn't mean it's always true. You know what I mean? So just do whatever you want. Okay. 2 plants done. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the heat pack ready. She got the 72-hour one. It looks like this. And then this is what it looks like when it's open. It has this stuff in here that when you like move it around, it will start to heat up. So I can feel it starting to get warm. So I'm going to start wrapping it up first. What you're supposed to do, this is literally from the instructions. There's a sticky adhesive like this. I stick it on a piece of paper and then I wrap it up in a piece of paper. And then I'm just going to stick it into the box along the side. So since it's wintertime, I recently got this insulated like padding foam from the recycle company that I work with. They have a ton of this stuff, and this is really good because it keeps the box like insulated and it keeps all the plants warm too. So I line the bottom with this, and I also top the package with it as well. And then I'm just going to put the plants in, and then I'm just going to cover it up with more of the cotton. And this helps keep things warm as well because that cotton heats up from that heat pack. And yeah, so in the wintertime, I don't use peanuts. I use the cotton to support the rest of the package. It's because it just keeps it a little bit more insulated like that. So yeah, and then this foam is like recyclable too, so they can just recycle it when they're done. So this person is from Philadelphia, so they should get their plant honestly within the next like day.